94.7 Asempa FM Ekosiisen dwumadi no wasogu so a utie no ma yenna munyina se na yesan munyina akwa babio edemoba Asempa FM so ene munhya ne so emayen yene Dr. Kwabena Duffour and AD Nkomo, former governor of the Bank of Ghana, former finance minister of the Republic of Ghana between 2009 to the year 2012. And he didn't come on Ghana's decision to go back to the IMF and the future of this country's economy. And having served in all of those capacities, no, or surely one of the go-to persons about any matter about the economy. And then you know it didn't come extensively. Na ya journals na on some of these national issues. But for more Mubusano, the treasurer results now the question was asked, say, if elections were held today, whom would you vote for as national treasurer? If elections were held today, whom would you vote for as national treasurer? In the end result, and I'll come back to it. But me and doc in Dr. Kwabena Duffour, Akwabana Apomie.
Yamiadum, Yaboko, Lamuswe,
Adumia and crying Kakra.
Yamiasi.
Yes. The last time Uba studio, I was somewhere last year, I remember. Yeah, and it was nice having you. As I said, and it was what you said only ever saying didn't come. Fantastic. And Nra, I think I'm not playing them in Saka or article no Ibi on the IMF, and you titled it Ghana's 18th IMF bailout. Time to break the vicious cycle. Me kind intro now. You make the point, say, we're in your first time at Ghana Eco IMF. And in fact, we're the 18th time at Eco. But I didn't know if you say a vicious cycle. Meaning, it's going to the IMF, and you're the papa na.
Where the papa?
Okay.
So, what you now see will be more or boa.
Yeah.
And your bonnet. That now quite which them. That was the papa. Now, on my view, the Bribia, which them
FM.
Wako, Omwame. Eh,
And your papa.
and your papa.
In the for 18th time, you know, meaning, say, there was structural problem here and solve.
Papa. O ya miashra Ghana, then any. You be bia. Yamido say, Bibia, you be a crown. Susurium. What I say?
Yeah, Mr. Sir.
Yet two way. Ya brought back crown, pineapple. At this baby, we are here. Ye cocoa. And going to be a chocolate, Gala cocoa and
And
But you say you go to crown. Yes, you go to be.
yeah.
O ya miashra that day, the Bibia. You took me Kakuba so be more. Rientra.
That's the big question.
Rientra. Now what be bia? Now see the bia na here wo.
Yeah, transfer because you name the wealth of experience what build you over the years. I mean, about monetary policy in this country, the Bank of Ghana, what had the Bank of Ghana da? About fiscal policy of this country, the finance ministry, what had the finance ministry da? About economic policy, and onye president and TB and Honon had it about fiscal monetary, very, very critical. You speak about the structure of the Ghanaian economy. Say intiminye bibin fancy sano. You know, aim free from colonial time, how an economy, you got the opportunity to be Bank of Ghana governor, to be finance minister. What did you do? And then now we are here to help us out of this situation.
Yeah, governor no banks na na obo hon bai.
Yes.
So banks no e be ye krabehwe. Na wo hwe yemra no banks ni na krabehwe. Empo 98 bo na ma yesidi no afiri nyina ginai 98 afiri nyina sidi no ko from 4% depreciation the whole year
In 1998.
98 when you the year enti e hono be bomodin
That's as Bank of Ghana governor.
Bank of Ghana governor.
And then you became finance minister.
Yes.
2009 to 2012.
I also bomodin share 2009 to 2012. Yamishra, the Sigana had a big Sigana had that. The 2 month inflation, a Jira
single digit
for 31 months.
31 months.
I come by 3 years from me. If you see that, you see the a briar buyer, no, Nangana $40. How the city, Bakone pesos, a Dunu Neto. They see the Baku, the pesos, a Georgie. Say, infinity, city, no, and they conform 60 pesos. What is it?
yes.
Into your modern idea.
But in 4 years now, because I love the point you made in this article, say the fact say you call IMF 18 times no, say because you point here, and I think I would have to say this is not the first nor the second, but rather the 18th time that Ghana is going to the IMF for a bailout, and that number alone speaks to much larger structural barriers in the management of the economy and by extension the Ghanaian society, which have made the balance of payment a persistent source of crisis, given our failure to address the underlying causes. And yes, one my data as to some of the positives you see under you as finance minister, but some underlying causes, no, ultimately deal with.
So we share my paper no more. Makotu finance minister.
Yes.
You said no, I worried. And they, your oil, Yamadama,
Yes.
Kofrata, or see 2021. It makes export to buy $4 billion.
Yes.
What you say?
Yes.
The year free money, they $500 million.
Out of 4 billion.
Out of 4 billion.
About mine,
in your $513 million. Now, can look at you. That I'm passing our papers now. You are 4 billion, and you $500 million. I didn't have. And what you know, oh, I cry, yeah. A dear Bogana Halu, 2.7 billion. What I say? Alabasa. Yeah, oil. You got 20 years free money, $500 million. And what you know, you say 2.7 billion oil will be. Ghana. Where you good business are. And you see in this account, you say, oh man, be minim. Now you don't tree any may I must not tree. You can't or can't.
Yeah.
As a pa, it's a say, you don't need
because Ukoti Nui and all the share say this structural issue is what desperately needs to change.
Yes. And no, that's just a son. Like who toy.
But no, you're better as a son.
You see, I because say, I mean, Shadi, you see, you've been really a fan of lithium.
Yeah, lithium.
Yes, I can be.
Yes.
As I said, Chassis, my hope of fat. You see, it me boy, whom. What you say? Say about Horoma, a bagan, it's manager home. A cock or Horoma. And why? It be na could be Sabi our home. Yet to manimu and so I Sabi. Unqua. Maokwa by ya this year, the iron quaw maimu. Ain't to me causes as a son. You feel ye dashing, your ma, the nanum.
On the boy, so bo.
Obi sobo. No because I don't go. Which you wow men when I don't go. Now all be do so. Adam, you'll be beer.
Because I see a point you raised here, sir. The statement of July 1st, 2022 said, quote, the engagement with the IMF will seek to provide balance of payment support as part of a broader effort to quicken Ghana's build back in the face of challenges induced by the COVID-19 pandemic and recently the Russia-Ukraine crisis. This statement, unquote, now said this statement has a crucial flaw as the issues we now face predate the coronavirus pandemic and the Russia-Ukraine war. Meaning, say, buying reasons are almost say COVID and war na ama yebedu be yedu no enya no kre.
No enya no kre.
In the day na dia ba be
2019. They were think tank Swati, IFS.
Yes, IFS.
Yeah, Juma, yeah, research, I catch your mindset.
Asempa FM.
And now, so I seek a several assembly. August 2019. Near COVID.
Dabi.
Near room. 2019. Now, we share seek a several. Seek a year of revenue. A trial of a general. Not about 99.7%. In the try your wages and your car. And just a balo, COVID balo. Now, a man, your which
You are which room?
no COVID, but Kaguya so my which
I want to be more.
a bear more. They were which 2019 and son of COVID about 2020. I'm saying, but no, because a floor is not correct.
So from 2017, from a GDP growth of about 3.6%, no, by 2017, 2018, on the average 7%, and at 2019, same. By who said I started trending downwards. Then a course 2019 problems are. What were the major causes? There they are.
Overspending. So,
You did brew sika ye was so.
you see, you can't control expenditure. That's what you are don't control expenditure. Then Pierre some as so doing him. I say we did 20, or go did 40. As a fee.
Ebeba fee.
Maybe fee. You can't control expenditure. Discipline, right? You need to control expenditure. No matter as much as you play. Yes, you need to. You money will be here. You twin year also.
And control expenditure.
Maybe.
And I was finance minister, saying, how did you do it? Because I bind there, you say, wash a Ghana for or commitment. Already, a cow or how betray a wounds wabble be a can say, you have to pay workers. I will say, we provide social intervention. I will say, we a capital project. It won't, we are saying,
Bebaso, na a year beside me, about, Kwabena
yes,
Duffour.
COVID, yes,
Ukraine war no some say Africa ha. Your countries bear 15
Asempa
like I say
FM.
almost figures, inflation figures, below 10%. May June below 10%.
15 countries.
So, only the Ukraine war no anyo. Anka on. Anka on. More less no.
Okay.
So, Ghana inflation is the fourth highest in Africa. What do I say? Sudan, Nedika, inflation, a social inflation beyond Africa. Zimbabwe, Tosimiano, Ethiopia, fourth year Ghana.
Highest inflation.
Highest inflation in Africa. Ghana, your fourth. Sudan, Zimbabwe, Ethiopia, and Ghana. By your 15 now, update that below 10. 15.
15 other African countries.
Yes, 15. Ivory Coast, okay. 3.5%. Togo, cry 8%. Until 15. The Ukraine war after one. Until new Ukraine war, there were internal issues. I see a shiny council. I make come article a structural issues as your council. And yeah, Ukraine war some crowd.
Yeah, but by the end of the day, dealing with the structural issues, because me go through list where into 15 now more the war
yes
under 10%.
Yes.
Algeria number 17, Mozambique Algeria 9.8, Mozambique 9.3, Togo 8.0,
yes.
Cape Verde 7.8, Tunisia 7.8, Senegal 7.4, Kenya 7.1, Somalia 6.7, South Africa 6.5, Uganda 6.3, Morocco 5.9, Namibia 5.4, Tanzania 4.0, Ivory Coast 3.5, and Seychelles 2.1. When you know data gathered on the 22nd of May,
yes.
22nd of May, reference period, and you are saying, say a Ukraine war now, was some countries when now so affected. In the case of Ghana, a then officer accounted for high inflation rate,
Ghana, almost policy so say about 15 items and the drive inflation in
Inflation,
Ghana.
yes.
But 15.
Yeah.
15 no. 9.5 aduane. Aduane food.
Food inflation.
Asempa
Yes.
FM.
Food inquire 9 of the
Now,
items.
The food no Ukraine will be come. Esi ebo homode. Need to be juma. Food also untimi cassava. We food no ba kwa driver yi pa eye. Watermelon.
Yeah, watermelon ka ho.
Eka ho. So ho. Enti esi abi ani bre. Na ye juma. Ngwa santo ye.
Na saa nnuane no ne boa yɛ den because ye ndua ne wa ha na ɛno na ama ne boa na akɔsoro.
Edua na edimi nya banya kɛse.
Okay.
So edua but edimi nya kɛse enti yes ye ndua.
Asempa FM.
Na enoso ntino ne boa yɛ den. So edua but enoso ntino ne boa yɛ den. So
I can see say you are passionate about ye changing the structure, no? In Mebusa say under you as finance minister, who ye anything?
so what share ebrenwa. Yetumi sesane mepi. So so hwɛ na macro no eyi affect bibia.
Okay.
Yamre so ɛne etuma Ghana brews yusu cassava ɛde yɛ beer. Me frɛ sɛ me nim sɛ betimi ɛde ayi bachi cassava ayɛ beer. Ampa na ɔsɛ an ɔsɛ mo transɛ menka. Die na mo pɛ free ɔba hɔ ma. Mo saka mo timi de bachi ayɛ beer. Ɛto ase kai ɔpɛ so no yɛ de ma wɔn. De bachi yɛ beer.
In the deliberate government support.
Yes.
Mo intervene
Yes,
with capital and
there be
okay.
conditions. So, mamu, some other
Benefits.
benefits are yeah. I'm a so into cassava. Yeah, the year beer. Cassava. What do you mean pea between me and your pea? I need to be cassava. The whole Africa, Ghana, the second largest cassava producer
In
after,
Africa.
after Nigeria.
Okay.
The whole world, you're number 5. Cassava. Away pea, used to speed.
Asempa FM.
And yet to me, Emma Oma, a fierce woman, and your man, you can see, into me, and 5 years.
In the no, how should government do it? Because a buying proposal or we implemented was the planting for food and jobs. Almost started with grains. Later on, we tree crops there on rearing for food and jobs. And it's mano. You think some model no and my end result I pen on.
Almost so quick, grass here. Kakra will be a crown, a pro. In 20 years, because tomatoes are what good near a pro. But she one letter. So, they say to me, at a few holoma. Now to be sakwa be a wa, then be a farmer, no scholar. So, and I see to me a grill, food processing, food buffer stock that day. Okay, India, open the agro cry. So, maybe no 63-64 coming from a start TB. Na and the hobby. And to almost your food, no, buy your crown money at all. Oh, quite a rubber, sir. It's in my bosia. We got tomatoes. Or tia, one letter. The panto. Or boca. To winning, one man bosia quay surge me. I ye or doca, away and lay. Enti asi etumi eboa akuafo yeboa wo ye adwuma no na enema ntampa samsa ko hwɛ tomatoes a wo akoma da ne aboni ade ebro yo bia butimi da ya ba nkran ne kuma sa beton Why the Quacotuba and what about Tom, Masalaba and Ankrai?
India no your suggestion is no anka aban en leading na onko Tom Famrana.
Yes, see what you have
Buffer stock. Yes.
If you walk massive boat to Marindia near Tuguma. About Bob Focus to what you're doing. Alamboa.
Yes.
Asempa FM.
Because this is my a follow and said to come news almost because almost any a true bosom, a my yard talk, mayan day. Come a bleed beer, we are for Sabit, come here for. Oh, what day here, Jumanos, one at 12, a more money scaddy.
I've heard the argument say mostly no depending on situation or mind woman no at a point we be your numbers no macroeconomic indicators no look very good. But again, what we fail to do is to build a resilient economy. Into economy a crisis be external crisis be hit here in shaky and bebre. You were perhaps lucky as finance minister because under you no Ghana you started commercial oil production. In the receipt from oil for the first time in our history under you in 2011. And I remember at the time, no, GDP grew by about 14% under you. Subsequently, no, to me managing inflation, say now we can 31-month run and single digit. Do you think, say, in a 4-year period, no, say in your crisis, bit say COVID pandemic, bit say, and now say a war like the Russia-Ukraine war now, and Ghana bit must survive at the time. Now what to turn you my years are?
So shall 209. Eh? They were which him. Now, with the best letter, well by for Troy.
Okay.
A bra, I must win him. Not I will. Just say, Omano, not how. And my libre. A budget a year, no. First budget now, you could read on my on behalf of Atamos.
Yes.
On the 5th March, you know.
Yes.
Their budget, a libre budget, you shall even PM for your man with me and Papa B.
Afra.
2010, now you need oil. Oil, no, almost 2 December. You told January 2011.
January 2011.
2010, oil beer, Scabia, baby. And so, 2010, they see Ghana Hanum. Economy grew the sunny never to the ent. The young oil no a man 20 years are growth no. Now 2011 growth be a 14.5.
Yes.
What you oil free more about 9.3. The new oil.
Non-oil growth was 9.3.
Yes. Now, what share the time now? 4 years no. Non-oil growth is 7.4 average.
On the average.
On the average. A big happy country had that. Tinya oil no balabasa. This we see ya. Keep it myself because now column of a PB so.
But I don't think so at the time, no. Near Timia resolves our structural problems now. In terms of ownership of this economy, at the time, near resolves our new man.
No, we say, I see it to be a good BB.
Okay.
So big canoe. So oil, yeah. Who was some more?
Yeah.
Yeah. I see it to be a good BB. Gold. You see, Ghana is the biggest gold producer in Africa.
Asempa FM.
You know who have Ghana had or gold. What was Africa pay?
Yes.
Joe Beck, who had whom? The gold I am on also. Who have gold I do I am South Africa for him. Kosho Boasi, the gold on my I am my and put through. The gold on a quahifa.
But don't you think, sir,
A quahifa.
For you, no, a bayer say you indict political class now, you would be part.
Make a home.
You are a finance minister.
Make a home. You move free.
Okay.
Miss Yen, I am a number.
Okay.
Now, O man, you never ye. You will be beer. Nampa become. Because my finance minister.
Yes.
I don't just say, baby, call us the cost in ya.
Untiminka.
Ensa meka. So
But then the money because why finance minister, why is it so difficult? Say, baby, you too gold if you know. You bet me a developer. And then the money then. Why haven't we be able to do it?
we see a sign agreement P.
Okay.
Yeah, I see it chance that
You
me
review.
no. Me form committee, see review all agreements.
In the extractive sector, no?
Yes. I'm a professor. Akela Pasoya, all
Okay.
a chair. Give me a who bibi.
Asempa FM.
Na because any company a gold in a bemu. A friend Ghana Gold Company.
Okay.
And now only Japan.
And then I say Japan.
Aha. Remember so. Royalties. Now 3% for years. Remember so myself 6%.
Royalties, no?
Royalty. No maybe 5%. Remember so
Okay, and it's our 5%. Then Ghana Gold. What was the intent? Now the Ghana Gold company neighbor then.
It can be a company.
Okay.
We say by you know your law no. Obi obey money company be a buy with 10%
Carried interest.
carry interest
Yes.
free.
Yes.
Now say omo anye profit a buy nya free.
Unyashi, yes.
Na me imagine say you be a company. Yeah 10 you be one company. A BSC was Australia. A be work Canada. We share so. Me friend penny for any day. They said to be fed. Coffee back now.
Omumra
We
together.
got batteries and I agree.
Okay, in the area na Odin Gold Company no, na nye royalties. So now we target your equity no. 10% equity na nke dey be form sa company.
Yes.
Ye kan nyina abomu.
Yes.
Okay, na je na nye royalties na na we
You know
target.
kwa.
But na royalties nso ka ho.
You ka ho.
Okay.
You ka ho.
Okay. Iri anke the royalties no plus your equity share no. Sika e benya free no, na ye form sa company
A big company no.
For the company to do what? Na company ne be den.
You gold company. Na wo hwe ye asset ayi wo. Na e ba o kira.
Okay.
Ope buse ba bia obere obenya bi.
In the company I call listed on a stock exchange, for example. And I know Kaplan.
Yes, so be this to cry. Ye ma gold share you my abai.
Okay.
Se bia na company no aban dia.
They are buying there.
Yeah.
Wow. And no, is it fundamentally different from Ejapadi abaying person or no?
Difference room.
Difference near the
Difference is a Japan there no. Also 49%
Yes.
the be outside.
Yes.
The 51
Akaha.
aka. E de na nyina be ka.
100% nina.
Be ka.
It is not yet listed BBA on the stock exchange.
Ya brochire aha.
Yeah, but say a hana brofu bit mabeto.
And now be this chair. Ya wo golden share abai. Na mine no. Ya bre bia no. Wetin agit pade.
Now mine golden share no in Momo de nanke be saying. Because we mu de na 51.
Wo de be just say any 50 bag say ni na 51 no ya share be ka Ghana.
Share I ka Ghana. Okay.
Na 49 ko.
Yeah.
I dey 100% na wa ha.
Okay.
Na mum ba say ya le ko ya stock market
Nka abaying be
buy
maintaining
a
a golden share.
Yes.
Which would have been how many percent?
Depends on your mom beka.
The anka umbeka.
What is there can be 5%, can be 10%, and then the casino very important. The first will golden share.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you think, sir, in principle, no, arrangement abaying here for Japan, no, you disagree with them? And I often say they are on the right path.
As compared to media, no, I'll prefer media, no.
Okay. Do you think that the nation should reconsider what they are?
Yeah.
100%. We list here in Ghana. Ubia bit me about Toby, but the money remains here.
Yeah.
Now Abaya keep a golden share.
Golden share.
Inti meaning say 49-51 arrangement on the Japan air, no. It will not in near to our benefit. MY as for mine.
Different from media. Media is better. Media is better.
I take you back to an article, no. Who kasa about e-levy, and you make the point, say, the government of Ghana passed the electronic transfer levy bill with the hope that it will rake in enough revenue to be able to access the international capital market, to borrow and stabilize the economy, and also to finance development. According to the 2022 budget statement, the government of Ghana projected to raise a total revenue of 100.5 billion and spend 137.5 billion. These estimates were hinged on the successful implementation of the e-levy, with expected revenue of 6.9 billion Ghana cedis. However, according to some government officials, the e-levy raked in only 10% of the expected revenue in May 2022. This puts the e-levy revenue projection in 2022 in doubt. Therefore, the budget deficit without e-levy will be about 43.9 billion. And you think, sir, the supposed failure of e-levy, no, and any abide with any option than to go to IMF. Meboa.
Oh, there be. They say you like this cave room, but and also.
Okay.
And also, what share them can now? Without e-levy, no.
Yes.
Government revenue now we're expecting by 100 billion. The expenditure about 137 billion.
Yes.
Meboa.
Yes.
The government say about 37
billion.
And also, say e-levy a year. Capital about be 30.
Yes.
But anye into no. Ama difference no akos.
That's also.
Yeah.
And no would mean, say, apart from other factors, how can I say 2019, the SCC, you know, the failure of e-levy and so left government with no option. I was say IMF now no more. No money to me,
Difference no soon. Revenue I'm expecting 100.
Yes.
The expenditure I'm so 137.
137.
That's 7 billion. That's so. What do I say?
Yes.
Enti abema obi hiamwa from outside. So I did revenue etimi I consider. Now if I could you know
But revenue mobilization
over the past 10 years.
Yeah, over the past 10 years, no.
Yes, it grow, Papa. And I'm making some people. So, if you say, maybe a scale of extractive industry,
no.
We
also an agreement.
Also an agreement. Just agreement that get me a whole share basically. So, in revenue, no, the growth, no.
Yes.
I think I think.
When you become finance minister in Ghana, now Oshe books ni more. Said you now work no. Oje revenue kakrana obetimi agena. Interest and amortization, compensation for government workers. You are left with virtually nothing to even pay statutory payment. And so wabeka the obe investing into infrastructural project. Enti uni option be than to go and borrow. Meboa.
Esa we borrow ni ye.
Okay.
So
okay.
So we figures na your time no. Na interest payment, interest you try no. Na revenue no. In fact more than 20%.
Okay.
Interest payment and Kenya about 19.5%.
19.5%.
Into 20%. Do we ita percent of the baby pia. Na so bobo CP na interest payment to cost low. Na workers say you so hanwa. Interest payment the workers who you kwa na are we
say
Kenya na say no start to brand new so yenye nyina no you try workers ka you try your career this can answer
na sa wo hwe petente kremu a bosia bebre na aban ne boy no omo de ye den do you know
and I mean and one say bosia no so na ma ho interest no e high because revenue a reason no sa big debt no you no e ho interest no e fiscal ni na nti ama e yesi company other development so ucho career ucho workers career this kalasa
into on and sisi ana maye who say revenue mobilization is a key thing.
It's key number one. So when the revenue when you abibia when you omebia na buy out mo muntimi enye to evangelho na we dey
den
Asempa FM.
into revenue dey a key so did you crack
but I don't know what measures would you propose because aban me just say in that spirit of raising revenue into the e-levy buy so far na share that nyina papa yes in the then there was aban in terms of raising more revenue
as you trust near share natural resources ye what I say Ebi ase meka say no, nyame boy yetime discover say lithium.
Yes.
And no the electric cars that dey nine.
Ah.
Di me pi. Se no. Yentim fama awo pi. Entrance dey hwe ni. The natural resource bia ese bia dey hwe ni. If say ye wo ni be pia se ye. But you get a truck the gati e dey aye kwa free akọ paga. Amagana obi anya kwa papa. Now so your gold, your minerals ni scale wo mu no. E chance hwe ni ya. Bet my golden triangle. Free motor wave to Kumasi to Takrade to Accra.
Yeah.
E bet me aye. Oyamia my son e me. Just your trust around. Imi ye ni hwe ni ye. E tro de se agitro. The tro no ntimi ye ni makese peace my. A natural resource. Oil there. Minerals here there. E hwe ni ye.
Now that focus on natural resource no would mean say we might have to review all your natural resource agreements ni na.
E bia yo de hwe Botswana.
Yes.
Almost diamonds and omutu. Diamonds no mutu a. No mo tono. No me free mono. Over 80%. To be quite 90. What you say? Yeah, gold no. Say no free mo. Na Botswana ni Ghana. In African countries. Had there no there. Omunye pi free om diamonds me dey nya. Nigeria oil say no me free. Nigeria saying we're 50%. Yeah, 20%. Do you see a chance in the feeling na bio? So
Now me share data be on the 17 times I call IMF dadano. Since we became a member of the IMF in 1957.
Yeah.
The first time I joined the IMF, and I see a call for a program now in 1966, May 17th. But running through this data, now I see, say, from July 15th, 2009 to July 23rd, 2012, you call under an IMF program. You were then finance minister. A year then.
Yo, ampa. Me the people be among that.
Yeah.
Well, bank for the
World Bank, they are not much trouble president. Yes.
What's it a day? Ampa NDC in year to me 2nd January.
Yes, 7th January 2009.
President or a day or swear in 7th.
Okay.
But 2nd and that is a kind.
Munsaka. Okay. Okay.
She let you know 3rd and I well back.
FM.
Penny or Gallagher, a sure salad.
Yeah.
Now, okay, I was to you. Last one I say.
Okay.
On my own. Scassel, Ebasa, Ramebois.
But wait, January 3rd, 2009, His Excellency Professor John Evans Atamels, President-elect of the Republic, Your Excellency President-elect, as a close and trusted partner of Ghana, I feel that it is the World Bank's responsibility to alert you even before you are sworn in of the difficult financial situation Ghana finds itself in, and to offer the World Bank full support to you and your new government in dealing with these difficulties. As you'll be well aware, the macroeconomic situation that your government is inheriting is unfortunately extremely worrisome. Both the fiscal deficit and the balance of payment deficit are high and at unsustainable levels. Given the current state of the international financial market, we do not believe that these deficits can be financed in 2009 as they were in 2008. The information that we have, which is further described in the attached annex, is drawn from data provided to us in mid-December by the Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Finance. Our initial findings have been discussed with the Acting Minister of Finance. In our view, tackling the twin deficit is an urgent priority, both to avoid the occurrence of a socially painful financial crisis and also to lay the ground for a period of accelerated growth when oil revenues start flowing, most probably around 2011. The magnitude of the necessary adjustment is large. By our estimate, the fiscal deficit will close the year at close to 14% of GDP, and the balance of payment deficit will be larger. The fiscal deficit has been financed through the use of privatization proceeds and the leftovers of the Euro bonds issued in 2007. The current account deficit was financed with foreign reserves, now at a level fueling anticipations of exchange rate depreciation, and the same privatization proceeds in 2009. These sources will not be available. The letter goes on and on and on. But in this letter, no, omu propose say monko under IMF program na.
There be salete ama eshe sapomusu.
Okay.
So let's say that actually because that's not to there then. Enti 209 budget no American.
And Mamenka for say this letter is signed by Ishak Diwan, country director for Ghana, the World Bank.
Now, so World Bank, we need the salary Abraham Bele. It's money break. What I say?
Yes.
Into your budget, no, you need to so. Into you know, you are cause a World Bank, IMF,
man ko under an economic program.
No bailout be
and your bailout.
Yeah, budget no way. And now fifth March, a present year.
Okay.
To the whole country.
Yes.
And one accept it.
Imf FM.
Just at implementation. And what she they call IMF April spring meeting and year
almost spring meetings now. Yes.
What year call? Na me name me boss Dinkomo. Said the Bank of Ghana no 2000 at you be chie. Emma Omano assume to ye. Your gold price collapse here. Oil collapse here. Emma assume to ye. When you need insurance bia no buffer until ma city no say kura ya me aboy na say ti me budget you say ya pe bi fantu yeshi na sem ba nya kofa ndi ye kworo ye ko say ko pay standby credit from IMF it not a coy say pay standby credit
in your mother sa credits na ma
no no obviously da bi no ma hwe budget no the budget no ka say program because the budget edimu ye pa.
Okay.
Ni okay see deficit no 14 no. After so year na 14.5. The budget no dey say when year no e better so say better so free 14.5 about 9.4. To money ye say eh. We probably young get kasa achi mu da. Ka bia ka mo mpere. Mo na mo de. Into budget no e bu program. We implement mo program no. No mind the people that can't to tell the budget into a program for us. What you say?
Oh, okay. Okay. And that became a program more implemented with the supervision of the IMF.
Exactly. Mama your budget. A fund was a program. A mom program implement it. And so what you see bet at this way free 9.5 about 14.5 about 9.4. You also you know, and you're 9.4, and you're 9.7. So money ye. After so you know, inflation also a drop.
About form.
The city also, you know, Emma, your graphic, yea. About Abaso. Kudos, economic team. And no 16th December 2009. After young so crowd, so only a year said, about Nama. And Nema at 2 years.
Okay, the way a daily graphic report, modern Ghana, say, Kudos economic team, or say the macroeconomic stability achieved over the past 11 months by the Mills administration should give hope to Ghanaians that sooner than later the economy will be out of the woods, with inflation further declining to 16.92% at the end of November and the cedi performing strongly against the major trading currencies over the past month. One can only express confidence in the ability of the government to steer the economy towards consolidation and growth. Okay. In the way no was testament of a Juma, the economic management team and now Kahono. Moye.
Yeah, at Abnos, child, yeah, NDC for. In your twin, yeah, the between 2009 and 2012, the NDC performance, the basic Omemuda. We are the best managers of the economy.
Yeah, but for almost that entire period, 2009 to 2012, per my records, no, we were under this IMF program.
Yes.
Good. Into a period I will say, okay, we had no supervision. Young Kwan, any at the into the successes thereof no might be attributed to a program and I'm saying.
There be a budget. Presented on the 5th March.
Yes.
Mamuji Tumu, the day Juma. There's some who say a year no, or say, budget to the program.
Omuma Muskaka home.
Muskaka
saying,
that also.
Nebro $1 billion.
Ebro
$1 billion.
Into your budget, no, and your program. What I say? One ma say, your program. Your budget to me, your a man at some, you implement it. On my standby credit, would there be a budget na annual program? Sunday the year. And two say the party say at a muscle program, why me program? What is
and said I'm out. I said
I'm out.
Said 2015 the year.
I said I'm out because Sadako year. So, budget to my annual program. Uncle so.
Eddie Amamo.
La Mamo.
And Mama Muscata to. And more money tamo.
Yes.
Some will be implemented. But for the IMF on your neck, shall say obey Bibiano. Say Bianca Muntimin discipline, said Yamu.
My own budget, you are mammy.
Oh, Nasa government, a budget. Sometimes they overspend. Anything in your budget deficit.
My own budget are presented to Parliament. I'm almost so. Or man, so maybe I'm a me implement it. Now, June, day March 5th. June, I'm on program. What I say? It was kind of graphic a year.
Yeah.
Also, every month. A budget through March.
Yes.
It a brand new start a year, no, about 6 months pay. Almost the program my June. What I say?
Yes.
June.
Yes.
By December, no, so na graphic. Now, economy at 10. The year all program my June, the man 10 year in November, March, the year program. Budget, rigid one. Until after 6 months, 7 months, no. Na anyama asesa. Because almost the day, Briska. You want man buy it. They
while we bring the interview to an end, you know, any of course, before Momo Diano, they are called IMF be 14, 15 times. And under Mels nearby. Under Mahama's president, 2009 to 2012 to 2016, and so you signed Kobio in 2015, and NAS signed Kobio. Fierce because one manage economy neither under a similar program of a sort, no. Fierce pa day. What is the worst that may happen with this new IMF program? I hear coming.
Also, it to be your program, Papa. With them. Now, on my sky, in my boko.
Nyoma be brasse. Meaning, say, see the one in the pija.
See the one be pija.
Inflation beba
form. If so, Omega sky, a chair contractors can adina. Which metric?
Because from the year to buying a proposal, Ombinya be $2 billion. So, can that do much?
A bit maybe.
A simple
It may be meant to be Nina. That's about to me and young program there. It is some paper.
In the age of negotiations, now because I hear say government and so will be presenting a program to the IMF for them to say you implement your money the man.
Sorry, I know. Now the program now no career, no preswa, na fair program among.
Should you be part of the negotiation team? I was on my penny turn and suffer while Obeko.
Obeko,
Obeko negotiation team.
A friend there. So Ghana first.
Obviously.
Ghana first.
Obviously. By Imf frail.
Who say?
Imf frail.
So we MPP abai. It's me NDC abai. Eh, na me just say, yeah NDC. Yeah, they didn't me pa. So, you want from Meko? Say NDC maba, mommy momo. Then ti do for me. Eh. What share record no that didn't me pa NDC.
But from the successes I believe say Mutiminya and the Momo program no ending 2012.
Yeah.
Were you disappointed say you sign a call back deal in 2015 and yes I call back deal? Yes I call back to IMF.
Abi 2015, BBC 2014.
Yes.
Yeah, in twin Kanye 2014. Then the attacker said trade shock.
Yes.
Just say, yeah, in commodities, no.
Yes.
Cocoa, gold,
Asempa FM.
a call form. What else? And the Emma affected country, no. But I'm saying, tank papa. And to 2015, and this is quiet. It's a 2014, no. What am I say? As some to you, gold price, oil price in Ayabasa.
Yeah, but you say you don't believe say aban the asemato no. On also say Ukraine war. On also say COVID-19 asem atono. And they also win into.
Eh? Oh, my more figures, no. If I'm out, I'm out. So, because someone say,
yes.
COVID, so 2019,
yes.
That's a more. And also Ukraine, war, so
affected other countries, yeah.
10 countries, 50 countries, all inflation now below 10. Now, on found 27, 28, a day, and a bassa. Ukraine,
but the same argument will be made, say, shocks of commodity price are now
2015
are affected Ghana and Kwa.
Say,
they are affected Ghana and Kwa. Other countries dealing in commodities were also affected. But Ghana and the core IMF. That same argument can be made. And
say,
sir, in 2015, commodity prices slumpy.
2014.
Good. But me say any Ghana and Kwa affected in 2014. By any core IMF.
Oh, you Ghana and Kwa. Maybe I did come to square IMF. Bassa, Timmy Sabri say, come to speak IMF.
Yes, yes. Look, I was saying, Shani, is similar, say, where Juma at Dawson. Now, me pacho, a honto project, no, a question.
A good year.
O party for Najiatum.
Your lunchy bill party quarters. So,
yeah, me who I know. Yes, me who I know.
Until assembly anyhow.
A form for Najiatum.
Majiatum say, ma hotaba ase ho so because grassroots for no mo bre yin free kurase uko na obi oye a chairman of a constituency
yes
na Saturday pressure also a ye be 9 noon eso oko wo ho obi le baba a public school fees 100 cedis nti abrafaba tenfie be hu bibi wo ho obey the hospital. See for 200 bra. Or how people
party for
also. Enti Bobo is like between do ye. Abo kakra na ahotaba.
Okay. And that's your expectation. Say bit to me abwa won. And when yeah across the constituencies.
Yeah, kakra you know. Onya can cross eh.
Oh, okay.
So, na 100 shares. What renter every year.
Sound system.
And
canopies. 4. Oh, canopies so can home.
4 canopies. 100 chairs.
And a sound system. Hey.
And a micro business. And
you do it for every constituency.
You That's a pattern. A year Kasiwo localities.
Okay.
A person you want to prefer. Now you to me power a free LPP for 2024.
With Dr. Duffour as the flag bearer. With Dr. Duffour as the flag bearer. Do you believe that was Ken Oforiatta resign and Oman Penny and Pamono?
Oh, Sabi.
Why a finance minister there?
Now, una appoint to
If he said he should not lead the negotiations with the IMF team.
And we only the party
The party yourself. Okay.
So,
okay.
Maybe NDC. Meet me
MPP for
us. Baby.
Dr. Kwabena Duffour, yeah, that's it. Yeah, best answer in Komobio. We wish you all the best. Ekosiisen high Asempa 94.7 FM. Ma, yena mo nyina se ma twen yen. Yene Dr. Kwabena